Hierarchical clustering or the hierarchical cluster analysis or HCA is a method of clustering which seeks to build a hierarchy of clusters in a given dataset. So when you are having the dataset, for example, here A, B, C, D, E, 5 data are there. So here you are doing the hierarchy of clusters. So this is one cluster A, B, another is cluster C, D, different depending upon their dissimilarity. Okay. What is that? Depending upon the different category, how you are going to what is that? How you are going to divide them? Then AB is again divided to another two clusters. So this is like hierarchical structure. Okay, that is why the name is hierarchical clustering. So the clusters at each level of hierarchy are created by merging the cluster at the next lower level. So you can get the cluster by merge. So these are called the lower levels. Okay. And these are called the higher levels. Okay. So if you need to get the clusters, then what you need to do? You just merge the clusters at lowest level. Okay. So if you are adding CD at lowest level, then you will get the cluster CD. Another cluster E, it is low level. If you are adding, then you will get CDE. Here, if you are adding AB, then you will get AB. So this is the way how you can get the clusters from low level to highest level. Okay. So at the lowest level, each cluster contains a single observation or single data at the lowest level. Okay, lowest level you are having A, B, C, D, E. These are the lower level or at the lowest level. Okay, at the end. At the lowest level, you are having the clusters which contain a single data. Okay, and at the highest level, so which is having the highest level, there is only one cluster. It contains all the data. So this is the highest level. So highest level, it contains A, B, C, D, E in a single cluster. At the lowest level, each cluster contains a single observation, a single data. The decision regarding whether the two clusters are to be merged or not is taken based on the dissimilarity measure. So dissimilarity means how much difference is there. Okay, what is the dissimilarity there, which is not similar. Okay, how much they are different from each other. Okay, depending on that, you are going to decide that whether they will belong to the same cluster or they are going to be in different cluster depending upon the dissimilarity. So methods of hierarchical clustering. So you are having primarily you are having two important methods. Okay, one is the agglomerative clustering, another is the divisive analysis. Okay, one is the agglomerative clustering, another is the divisive analysis. Both the things are hierarchical clustering, but the way of doing are exactly opposite of each other. Okay, so the agglomerative clustering, which is mostly popular, people what they do, they used to start from the lowest level, they used to go to the highest level. So this is lowest to highest level. Okay, and the divisive analysis or DIANA, the short form, it is from highest level to lowest level. Okay, so it is going to opposite direction. This is the agglomerative is from lowest level to highest level, and the divisive is from the highest level to lowest level. They are working exactly fully different. How so? We'll go deeply, but he said the graphical way. Let we are having here. So how we'll go? We'll go from the lowest level to highest level. From where? In agglomerative. So here you are having lowest level single observation A, B, C, D, E. Okay. So D having similarity there, it belongs to same cluster. Then B, C one cluster. Then A, B, C is from do the similarity there, another cluster. Then D another cluster. Finally, you are having the single cluster at the highest level. This is nothing but A, B, C, D, E. This is the highest level. Okay. From the lowest level, we are going to the highest level. This is the lowest level. Okay. Where in agglomerative. Now you see what is the divisive analysis. Divisive analysis is going from the highest to lowest. So highest level you are having A, B, C, D, E in a single cluster. Then you divide them into two different clusters. One is the depending upon the dissimilarity. Okay, ABC one cluster, another is the D. Again ABC dividing into another two cluster A and BC. BC dividing into B and C. Okay, so this is your lowest level. So from the highest level to lowest level is nothing but the divisive analysis, and the agglomerative is nothing but the lowest to highest. In general, we used to use from the lowest, we used to go to the highest level. Okay, depending upon which method you can use. Now there is one important graph that is called the dendrogram. So dendrogram in hierarchical clustering, this is very much useful. So dendrogram is a T diagram which is used to illustrate the arrangement of clusters produced. Dendrogram is a very well known terminology in computer science. So here how we are going to use, so here we are going to, so there is a T diagram to illustrate the arrangement of the clusters, okay, produced by the hierarchical clustering. So here you are having the lowest level, okay. Level 1 means these are the lowest levels, okay. So these are the level 0 means this is the lowest level, and this is your highest level, okay. So here you are having A, B, C, D, E. So depending upon the dissimilarity, you are C one group, then again B, D, then again A, B, D, then you are having here A, B, C, D, E, okay, all in one cluster. So this is the dendrogram. How you can, so here n is the data point, then n minus 1 is the hierarchical cluster. So here you can have, so if n equal to 5, we are having 5 data points, so you can have n equal to 4 means 5 minus 1 number of hierarchical cluster you can have, okay. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, okay. So 4 clusters you can have. So this is the dendrogram, how to represent. So we'll use the dendrogram at the end of the problem to represent it, okay. So measure of the dissimilarity, how we are going to measure the dissimilarity. So in order to decide which cluster should be combined or where the cluster should split, where you need to divide. So whether you need to merge, where you need to merge, or where you need to divide, okay. So a measure of dissimilarity between the sets of observation is required. So during this process we need to merge, okay, in divisive analysis, we need to merge in the where, in agglomerative clustering, okay, and in divisive we need to split it. So where you need to combine, where you need to split, so those things can be done using the measure of dissimilarity, how much dissimilar is among the data, okay. So that can be done using different ways are there. So you are having 3 different ways how you can find the dissimilarity between the observations, okay. So we use the measured distance between the group of observations. So when a group of data is there, we use the measured distance, okay. So distance measure, so there are 3 different popular, and what are those 3 different methods? So this is the distance between the group of the data points or the clusters, okay. So one is the complete linkage, one is the single linkage, another is the average linkage. What is that? 3 different ways how you can find the dissimilarity between the clusters, okay. One is the complete linkage, one is the single linkage, another is the average linkage. So what is complete linkage? For example, here you are having one cluster A, another cluster you are having B, okay. For example, here in cluster A you are having, these are the 2 data points, and cluster B you are having C, D, E, okay. Cluster A you are having A and B, cluster B you are having C, D, E. So the complete linkage is nothing but to find the maximum distance between the data points between the both the clusters, okay. So here you are having one cluster A, another cluster B. We need to find, first we need to find the distance between all the points, then we'll see what is the maximum distance, that is the complete linkage. So here from A you can find the distance A to C, you can find in between A to D, you can find distance between A to E. Here you are having A, B, here you are having C, D, E, okay. Now from A you can find C, A to D, A to E. A to A is 0, okay, no need to find in between, same. We can find A to B also will find, but we will see the distance between the 2 different clusters, okay. Now again from B to C also you can find, from B to D you can find, from B to E also you can find, okay. So you find all the distance, okay, you find all the distance and you note down and create one table, okay. After that which is the maximum distance? For example, here you are having A is here, D is here, and this distance will be the maximum distance between all the points, okay. So this distance is called as the complete linkage. Okay, complete linkage is nothing but distance between AB, and this is defined as maximum distance between x and y when x is one element from A and y is an element in B. Okay, so you need to find distance between the points from A to B, and which is the maximum distance, that is called as the complete linkage. Okay, similarly you are having single linkage also. So what is single linkage? Single linkage is nothing but distance between A, B, and which distance? It is the minimum distance. Complete linkage is the maximum distance and single linkage is the minimum distance. So minimum distance between x and y when x is one element from A and y is one element from B. So the minimum is, it is called the single linkage, maximum means it is nothing but the complete linkage. Now there is another terminology that is called average linkage. So average means it is the average distance between x and y when x is belongs to A and y belongs to B. So this average linkage is nothing but distance between A and B, such a way that it is how it is defined. It is nothing but 1 divided by mod of A into mod of B. Mod of A represents number of elements in A. What is mod of B? Is nothing but number of elements in B. So 1 divided by mod of A, mod of B means this is nothing but average we are taking. Okay, into sum of all the distance between x and y. So x and y, whatever distance you take, the all the distance x belongs to A and y belongs to B, you find all the distance, you take the sum, then you divide with mod of A and mod of B. So that is nothing but this is the average linkage. Okay, three different types of distance metric we are having. Okay, so you know that how to find the distance between the data points. So you are having the distance, you can find different ways. For example, one data point is x bar is nothing but x1 x2 up to xn, y bar is another data point y1 y2 up to yn. So Euclidean distance, you know, this is very simple. You know, square root of x1 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus y2 whole square up to xn minus yn whole square. Similarly, you can take the square Euclidean distance, you just have to take the square. So there will be no square root of the same xn minus yn whole square. Okay, there will be no square root. Then Manhattan distance, you know that xi minus yi whole to the power p, sum of 1 by p. Okay, so from here, when p equal to, this is mean coefficient distance. So when p equal to 1, that is nothing but your Manhattan distance. Okay, so here p value is 1, so you are having x1 minus y1 bar, x2 minus y2 bar up to xn minus y1 bar. Okay, this is the Manhattan distance. Then maximum distance is nothing but maximum in between x1 minus y1, x2 minus y2 bar up to xn minus yn bar. This is the maximum. Similarly, minimum distance also you can find minimum between x1 minus y1 bar, x2 minus y2 bar, xn minus yn bar. There is another term that is called non-numeric data. So if your data point is a text or if it is a word, then how to find? Because this is not numerical. This is not numerical means this is non-numeric. This is a text or word. How to find? So that distance you can find using the Lieberstein distance. Okay. So what is Lieberstein distance? Lieberstein distance is nothing but, for example, you are having one word that is called, for example, I am just taking one example. Okay. Here one word is kitten, another word is sitting. So you need to find how many substitutions are there, how many new word further insertion is there or not. So total sum of that is nothing but your total distance. You can see first word was k. You can see in the new word you are having k is substituted with s. So here one substitution is happening. Next word I here also I is there. So no worry, nothing changed. Then third word t is there, third alphabet. Here also t is there, no change. Fourth alphabet is t. Here also fourth alphabet t, nothing changed. Then you are having e is here. What you are having? Here you are having I is there. So that means substitution of I for e. E has been replaced with I. Okay, so second replacement has been done. Then fifth word n is there. Here also fifth alphabet Here n, this side also n, no problem. But after that nothing is there. So here one new word, new character has been inserted. So here one insertion has been happened. So insertion of the G at the end of the word. So that means how many substitution insertion happened? 1, 2, 3. So that means distance equal to 3. Getting or not? So this is called Lieber-Setting distance. And you are having that mean coefficient. If you are taking p equal to 2, 3, you are having also different distance you can have. Okay. So there is one problem you are having. We'll solve one problem for the agglomerative clustering. We'll see. Okay. So agglomerative clustering, you see the what is the problem. I said so many things, so I'm going little bit faster way. So here we discuss here. Okay, so here, so from here, so agglomerative clustering means we are going from the lowest level to highest level. Okay, you can have the divisive analysis problem also, you can have. Okay, we are just discussing the agglomerative clustering, which means from the lowest level we'll go to the highest level. People can ask you from the highest level to lowest level also. Okay, so exactly same way, you just need to solve it, you just need to take care. So here you see how we are going to do the agglomerative clustering. So given a data set A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, so 5 data sets are there, and the following distance metric. So distance also between A, B, C, D, everything, each point to each point is already given using the, this is called the distance metric. Okay, this is a distance metric. Construct a dendrogram. So finally we have to construct a dendrogram by complete linkage hierarchical clustering. So complete linkage means maximum or minimum or average. What is complete linkage? Complete linkage means it is maximum. Just now only I said, na? Just in previous slide I said, na? Complete linkage means it is maximum. Okay, you need to find the maximum distance. Single linkage means you need to find the minimum distance. Average means you have to take the average. So the distance metric you have to use the complete linkage distance metric we have to use. Okay, and we have to use the agglomerative method. Okay, means from the lowest level we have to go to the highest level. Okay, and finally we have to draw the dendrogram. This is it is asking. So here you are having, this is already given, we are not calculating this is already given. Okay, between the distance between the data points. So first what we have to do, we have to start from the lowest level. So lowest level means each cluster will have only single observation. Okay, so that means each data point we have to take as the single cluster. Then we have to see whether any similarity is there or dissimilarity is there. According to that, we will combine them. We will see. Okay. So here what we will do. So assign each. So this is a step one, first step. So assign each data item into one cluster. So each data point you have to take as a single cluster. So that how many data points you are having? 5 data points are given A, B, C, D, E. So 5 data points mean you are having total n equal to 5 number of cluster, each containing just one item. Okay. So here the first initial cluster set C1 contains each single cluster A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Then what is the step 2? We have to see that we have to find the distance. So which cluster will have the minimum distance, that means they can form a cluster. Is it or not? Which will have the minimum distance between them. For example, here, so you can see this is given. We are not calculating. Okay, this is already given in the problem. Okay, you can see E to C is having the minimum distance because A to A will be 0. Same point to same point is 0. So 0 you don't consider. Okay, because same point to same point means same point will be there. Okay, you just see different point. So E to C is the minimum. That means E and C can be formed as a one cluster. Correct or not? So which will have the minimum? So that is nothing but they are similar to each other. Okay, very much close to each other. So E and C you can form a single cluster. Okay. So now find the closest pair of cluster and merge them into a single cluster. So that now we have one less cluster. So previously you are having n equal to 5 number of cluster. Now if your E and C you are merging, now you are having 4 number of cluster you will have. So that is called the second set. So what is the new set cluster C2 will contain what did A, B, D and C is now combined and it is one cluster C. Okay. So you are having how many cluster? You are having total 4 number of cluster now you are having in the second step. Okay. Now in the third step, what you are going to do, because we need to find the distance, which distance, complete linkage distance. So we need to see the maximum which are there. Okay. So how to find? So compute the distance between the new cluster. So new cluster that is formed. Okay. So here you are having the new cluster. This is C is your new cluster. So we have to use that new cluster and we have to find with the previous old clusters. Okay. So what are the, so here you are having C and E is the new cluster and these three are the old clusters. So we have to see the distance between the new cluster and the old cluster and we have to use the complete linkage distance. Okay. Now you see what is the distance between C, E and A. So C is there in one cluster. Okay. And A is another cluster. So how to find? So that distance you can, because we need to find the complete linkage. So complete linkage means C to A, then E to A. We have to see among both distance which is the maximum. That is the complete linkage. If minimum means that is single linkage. If average means this is average linkage. Okay. As it is asking us to find the complete linkage, so we have to see this is one cluster, this is another cluster. We have to see the distance between them and which is the maximum distance, that will be the your complete linkage. So C, E and A, the maximum distance is here. So C to, what is that? C to A and E to A. So C to A, E to A already distance there. So here you are having C to A distance is 3 and C to A distance is C and E to A distance is 11. So which is maximum? Maximum is 11. Okay. Similarly, distance between C, E and B. So C one cluster, B is another cluster. So C to B, E to B. So C to B is 7, E to B is 10. So 7, 10 maximum is 10. Similarly, C and D. C and D means C to D, E to D. So C to D here 9, E to D is 8. So which is maximum? Maximum is 9. So that means you can make now the distance metric is there. Distance matrix is there here. So distance matrix is our new cluster is our CE. So previous old cluster are ABD. So we need to find the distance between them. Okay. So here you are having similar as initially this was given. Now the second distance matrix that we are forming. This is our new distance matrix. Okay? This is old and this is new we are making. So here we are having ABD CE. Here also ABD CE. So A to A. So each other two you can find. Okay. So CE to A we calculated here. CE to A we calculated, we got the 11. CE to B we calculated complete linkage, that is 10. CE to D we also calculated, that is 9. Okay. And A to A to B, A to D, that is already given. Okay. A to B, all the things that are already given. Okay. These things are already given. Okay. A to A is 0, A to B is 9, A to D is 6. Already these data is already given. We are not calculating. Okay. These data already given. These data already given. We are just calculating the last column. These things we calculated. Okay. So now this is the new distance metric you can calculate. After that, you see among them which is the minimum that can be added to a new cluster. Which is the minimum? You can see here you are having the minimum. So that means D can be added to B. Getting or not? D can be added to B. So in the next set you will have. So initially we are having A, B, C, D, E. Next step we are having what is that? A, B, D and C one cluster. Now in the third step you are having what can be combined? D and B can be combined and they can be one cluster. Okay. After C. So here in the previous step we were having A, B, D, C. Now B, D can be combined and they can form one cluster. Okay. B and D. So now you are having 3 number of clusters, because we are going to lower level to the highest level, we are going slowly. Okay. Now so you are having 3 clusters now. So you find the distance between them using the complete linkage. Okay, so this is very much simple, and we'll see which is the minimum. Minimum is 9. So that means B, D and A can be combined. So B, D, A combined means you are having B, D, A one and C, E another. Among them you can have again, what is that? Complete linkage you can find. So complete linkage we also got it. Okay. After complete linkage you will see which is the minimum. Then here you calculate the distance. After getting the distance, so these are the diagonal elements, all will be 0. Okay. And these two positions you just need to find. You just find, and so here ABDC, ABDC here it is 11. So finally this is already done. Right? So that means this is your 0, 0. This is your 11, and this is your 11. Okay. So from here you can see now which is the minimum. Minimum 11. That means all can be combined. So now you are having A, B, C, D, E. Okay. So you got, this is your highest, at the highest level. Okay. Single cluster now you got. So this is your final cluster you got from the lowest level, highest level we got. And the dendrogram also you can see. So dendrogram we see that what we combine first C and E, and you see that they are the minimum point is 2. Then we combine B, D, its minimum value is some 5. Okay. Then we combine A, B, D, and its minimum value is some 9. Okay. After that we combine everything and its minimum value is 11. Okay. So we moved from the lowest level to the highest level. Okay. Exactly same way you can have. So this is what what we discussed. This is one way. This is agglomerative. Agglomerative we discuss. Okay. Similarly, you are having the other one, that also you can try from the where, from the highest level to the lowest level. So we discuss here the agglomerative we discuss. Similarly you can have the divisive analysis. Okay. So these all belongs to the hierarchical clustering, and problem is also not that much difficult, very easy to solve.